Hey, I'm TGers. Sorry it's taken me even another extra day to get this out. Obviously, I have not been feeling well. I have tried really hard to make this one a little more streamlined by going ahead and writing down stuff prior to. We'll see how that goes. But as you can see, I'm filming from my bed because I have not felt like getting out of it all day. Um, Uh, Shout out to the Planeswalker poetry battle going on right now. It's pretty interesting. I wonder who's gonna win, or if there's a winner. I don't know, but okay, enough of that. This isn't my challenge. So I'm gonna go into this past challenge. It was the Christmas challenge, and we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 entries. I'm gonna mention them all because they were all like little gifts that I happily received. And the first one was by Stray Knight. I am a huge Elf Ball fan, and his whole deck was elves, and I really wanted to choose that one just right off the bat because my EDH is elves, and I've put so much money and love into that thing, it makes my soul just weep with happiness. So thank you for that, Stray Knight. You get definite kudos for that. Dude Core made a Scrooge themed. I'm thinking it's Scrooge themed because it totally had the storyline to go with it. It was really well thought out, and thank you for that. The next one was, I'm not really sure if you say S717 or S717 or S717, but there you go, you. Canadian winter. I don't know that much about Canada because I live in the deep south and it's hot and humid down here, and really all we get is ice. So the thing that I looked at was the Aki Blizzard Herder, and it makes me laugh because it always makes me think of, whenever I see Aki anything, makes me think of the Aki Drill Master. It's terrible, I know, but it's probably one of my favorite Goblin cards. So that was a standout, but interesting deck. Flicker did a Santa hug, and I always am a fan of group hug decks in EDH. Even though they're not fabulous, they're always fun to enjoy with everyone. The last but not least was Anubis, and the title was Let's Not Fight, It's Christmas. And it pretty much just stalled time or gained life. Well, not gained life, kept him from losing life. So pretty much a peacekeeper deck, which is nice for Christmas, I think. Sometimes people fight over gifts, so just keep the peace with Platinum Angel and everything's gonna be alright, you know? My winner, of course, was Dude Core. Once that hit, there's no other person that could have won. That's just stupid. But thank you, Dude Core, for your entry. He will be doing an interview with me probably this coming week because he was really busy and I was as well. So we just decided to roll it over since we already had 2 interviews from the past week that were awaiting. So I'll go ahead and get those, and then I'll announce the next week's challenge in this video, which I guess maybe I should do on Thursdays or Fridays from now on because Wednesdays I'm always busy. Wait, so I asked Moneekahh, taking into consideration that Magic the Gathering is a male-dominated game, how do you feel that other players, both male and female, perceive you initially? She said, well, I think it varies from person to person, actually, and as it has become more and more common for females to play the game, I think there's a lot less judgment based on gender than when I started playing. I used to walk into shops and people would look at me like I was an alien, or like a magnificent unicorn. I just want to input that. Fortunately, things aren't that way any longer. I think it's foolish to judge a person's skill at a game based on looks, age, or gender. I'm guilty of it as well, and I've been surprised by some young kids' skill levels. Absolutely. Question number 2. Which set was your favorite, and name a card from that set that is particularly meaningful to you? She said, well, I started playing during the Alara block, so it holds a special place in my heart. I love and use the multicolored cards in the introduction of the shards in that block. Oh, I love the use of the multicolored, sorry. I'd have to say that Alara Reborn was my favorite, as an all multicolored set was such a unique thing to see, particularly Bloodbraid Elf, who turned out to be pretty broken and is banned in Modern, as well as should be. I use her as my Pauper EDH commander. Fabulous. I would too. I need to make a Pauper EDH. I have too many regular ones. Question number 3. What is your favorite go-to color combination, if any? She said, being an EDH player who has built many decks, it's so difficult to pick one color combination as my favorite because each one has their strong points. If I were forced to choose, yes, you're forced, I'd have to say Bant, blue, green, white, is my favorite color combination in the game. It's very controlling and very powerful. And I did do 4 questions, but we're just going to do 3. So skip. Because this is going to be a long one. Arbitrator, I did 3. Here we go. Question number 1. What's your preferred method of attack? Control, ramp, aggro, or combo? He said, my preferred game plan is aggro! Exclamation point in all capital letters. I love coming in and beating down. Okay. I do, it's like gruel stomp. I do have a habit of running some mana dorks in most decks, though, just to make it that much faster. I don't mind going a little more mid-rangey, though, but control is really not my forte. I get bored of it if I am not doing anything exciting. What? Controlling everything is exciting. I prefer to come in and say gruel smash, okay, or something along those lines. Haha. Overall, why did I say haha? Overall, I think I most relate with green, though. I tend to play it in most of my decks. Number 2, have you ever played with draft or sealed? And he said, I absolutely love draft and sealed. It gives everyone an even playing field and shows who is the best at it, even with a bad pool. If you're a good enough player, you can make something good of it. I have done it many times, plus sealed is not very often, so it's a breath of fresh air, I think. And question number 3. By the way, I love sealed. I love limited. It's really fun. Question number 3, and this is where I derived my next week's challenge. Which planeswalker would you most like to see reprinted or recreated with a new flavor? He said, well, reprinted, I would like to see the Fab 5. No, just kidding. And I'm not going to read the haha. I do really like Tezzeret, Agent of Bolas, Vraska the Unseen, and for brownie points, Nico Bolas Planeswalker. You better have said that. Although I would really like to see a Johnny Vengeant printed again, and I'm really excited to see if they print a white-green version in Born of the Gods. They definitely better. That would be super sweet, and I would like to see another version of Venser, the Sojourner. Yes! Printed. He is pretty sweet. He is sweet. Venser is my jam. I love Venser. Okay, so those were, this is getting really long and I apologize. I gotta stop apologizing for these videos. These are awesome videos. Okay, so the last question was, which planeswalker would you most like to see reprinted or recreated with a new flavor? I've really been thinking about this lately, and it's been on my mind, and with these planeswalker poetry duels, it's just swirling around all kind of crazy. I want you to pick, and you can pick as many or as not many as you want. like let's say all of the Planeswalkers that have been printed up to this point were standard. I want you to make a standard Super Friends deck. We're saying that all the printed ones have, like thus far up till now, are standard. All other cards that are not in the standard blocks are not allowed, but all Planeswalkers of all time that have ever been printed are allowed. I want Super Friends. I want Super Friends so bad it hurts. And if you do this for me, I might mail you some chocolate. And if you don't like chocolate, an apple, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, so there's your task for this week, or this coming week. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I feel better soon, so I can be more assertive and on top of these things, and more Chandra-like. I think maybe it's because I've lacked dyeing my hair lately, which needs some proofing. But I will see you guys next week, and I hope you have a very happy new year.